Hello everybody, how are you doing? Are you full of energy to start the class? I hope so. Okay, let's get our finger out to improve our English level. Today we are going to look at the word shift. What is it? A verb or a noun? As you can suppose, it's a verb and it's a noun. As a verb, it's a regular verb, and so the past and participle, what do we have to do to form the past and participle? We have to add ed to the infinitive. But how do we pronounce the past and the participle? When the verb ends in a T or D, the ed, the syllable ed that we add when to form the past and participle becomes it. So the pronunciation is shifted, because the verb ends in a T. Need, this verb ends in a D. The past and the participle is needed. So shifted, the past and the participle the same, shifted. Okay, what are the meanings of this verb? The first meaning is to move, or to move something from one position or place to another position. So with the first meaning we are going to translate these sentences. The first one, ella se movió incómoda en su silla. Incómoda es uncomfortably, it's an adverb. So, ella se movió incómoda en su silla. She shifted uncomfortably in her chair, en su silla. Ella se movió incómoda, de forma incómoda, en su silla. She shifted uncomfortably in her chair. The second sentence with the same meaning, la acción de la novela transcurre o se mueve o pasa de París, me parece que he dicho de París, a Londres. So, la acción de la novela is the same as in Spanish. The action of the novel transcurre, present simple. So, it's the third person, so we have to add the s to the verb. So, shifts. De, a, from, to. From Paris to London. La acción de la novela transcurre o se mueve de París a Londres. The action of the novel shifts from London or from Paris to London. And the third sentence, él movió su mirada de un niño a el otro. Mirada, gaze. So, él movió su mirada de un niño a otro. The past, he shifted his, de él, his gaze from one child to the other. Él movió su mirada de un niño al otro. He shifted his gaze from one child to the other. Okay, now we are going to look at the second meaning. The second meaning of the verb is to change one state or position from one place from one place to another place. For example, when we are talking about ideas, when we are talking about policies, when we are talking about opinions, so I want you to translate into English these sentences. Las actitudes de la gente, la actitud pública frente al matrimonio o hacia el matrimonio ha cambiado durante los últimos 50 años. Attitude de la gente, we are not going to say people, public attitude hacia el matrimonio ha cambiado durante los últimos 50 años. Los últimos 50 años, over the past 50 years. Los próximos 20 años, over the... los primeros 50 años, over the first 50 years. Los últimos, last, y los primeros, first. We will have to use the preposition over the last, over the first. So, las actitudes de la gente, la actitud pública, we are going to talking about something in general, so public attitudes. Frente, hacia, towards, or towards. Marriage. Ha cambiado, the present perfect. Have shifted over the last 50 years. Public attitudes towards marriage have shifted over the last 50 years. Another meaning of the verb, the third meaning, and I want you to teach you, is to sell goods, especially goods difficult to sell. It's a synonym for get rid of, which is deshacerse de vendiendo algo. So the sentence that I want you to translate into English is: ellos bajaron los precios drásticamente para intentar deshacerse o vender el stock. Ellos bajaron los precios drásticamente. Bajar los precios with the verb cut, cortar. They cut prices drastically to try to shift stock. They cut prices drastically to try to shift stock, para intentar deshacerse del stock. And now the last meaning of the verb is to change the gears when you are driving a vehicle, cambiar de marcha. So the sentence that I want you to translate into English is: él cambió a segunda marcha mientras estaba conduciendo. Entonces, he shifted into second gear while he was driving. Sorry. He shifted into second gear while she was driving, mientras estaba conduciendo. And if you see the expression to shift yourself, it is a synonym for hurry up. in Spanish, date prisa. Shift yourself to move quickly. Okay, now we are going to look at the noun, the word as a noun. As a noun has two different meanings, which are the first one, a change in position, and the second one is a period of time worked by a group of workers who start work as another group finishes. In Spanish, turno. So, for example, un cambio dramático en la opinión pública would be a dramatic shift in public opinion. A dramatic shift in public opinion. And if we want to say to estar en el turno del día en la fábrica, it would be to be on the day shift at the factory, to be on the night shift at the factory, o trabajar un turno de 8 horas, to work in an 8-hour shift, to work an 8-hour shift, and trabajar en turnos, to work in shifts. Here we say trabajar un turno de 8 horas, to work an 8-hour shift. We don't say 8 hours, we don't add an S, because 8 hour here is used as an adjective, and in English the adjectives don't use the S. We don't have plural in the adjective. And estar en turno de día de noche, to be on the day or night shift at the factory, and trabajar en turnos, working in shifts. Now I'm going to teach you 3 idioms or 3 expressions, which are the first one, to shift your ground, which it has a disapproving meaning, because it means that someone usually changes his opinion about the subject when they are during a discussion, and it's very annoying. For example, if we want to say él es muy molesto o es muy molesto discutir con él porque siempre está cambiando de opinión, using to shift his ground, in this case su opinión, cambiando su opinión, it would be it's annoying to argue with him because he's always shifting his ground, or it's annoying to argue with him because he keeps shifting his ground. We can express the same idea using these sentences. To keep doing something means to do something very often, always. So here you have the second expression, the second saying, or the second idiom that I want to teach you is the shifting sands of something. What does it mean? It means, or it is used to describe a situation that changes very often, and it's very difficult to deal with or to understand. In Spanish, algo que cambia muy rápido. For example, algunas personas tienen problemas siguiendo el ritmo de la tecnología, de los cambios tecnológicos. Algunas personas tienen problemas. Tener problemas have trouble, and then the verb, we have to add ing to the verb. Algunas personas tienen problemas siguiendo el ritmo, seguir el ritmo, to keep up with, siguiendo el ritmo de los cambios tecnológicos. So, it's the shifting sands of something. So, some people have trouble keeping up with the shifting sands of technology. Some people have trouble keeping up with the shifting sands of technology. Los cambios continuos de la tecnología. To keep up with, mantener el ritmo, seguir algo. And have trouble, tener problemas, and when we use this expression, we have to add ing to the verb that goes after the word trouble. Okay, and finally, the third expression is to shift for yourself, which means to do something or to do things without help from other people. In Spanish, valerse por sí mismo. To shift for yourself. Valerse por sí mismo. For example, es hora de que te valgas por ti mismo. Remember, es hora de, to be about to. Entonces, es hora de que te valgas por ti mismo. Okay. It's about time you shift for yourself. It's about time you shift for yourself. Okay? And here are the sayings. Shift your ground, the shifting sands of something, and shift for yourself. Okay, thank you very much. The video is over. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you very much for your support. I hope you find this very interesting, the other words that I've taught you during the classes, and I hope to see you next week. Sorry for my sore throat because I've been ill and my voice is not very clear. Goodbye and take care. Kisses.